Many times we cry out to God in the depths and darkest parts of our lives. And we ask God, pull through. If you do this thing, then I'll start following you. Or God, I promise I'll stop cussing if you just do this one thing for me. Whenever we lack practicing gratitude and we conquer a mountain, we finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. We then convince ourselves that it is we that got ourselves out of the bind and not Jesus. And it's so interesting. Jesus is like, wait, there was 10 of you guys, only one of you turned around to praise God for healing you? I mean, there's no way that anyone else but Jesus could have healed these men, and 90% of them had the audacity to walk away as if they had nothing to be grateful for. You know, move in our circumstances, move in our country, then God does, and we act as if there wasn't even a problem, and so we show a lack of gratitude towards God. How hypocritical it is of us to cry out and ask God to move in our life, show up, speak to us, be with us, pull us out of a dark pit, and then He does, and then we just do nothing about it. Because Jesus Christ pulled you out of the darkest pit possible, which comes to your salvation, which comes to your eternal destination, which comes to your ultimate satisfaction. He pulls us out of this hole, and the ultimate view, the ultimate display of gratitude is saying, God has saved my life. Now I got to preach the gospel to other people so He can save theirs. I had heard a lot about Jesus. I went to private Christian school. I'm very grateful for my education I got there. I went to church camps growing up. And there were so many times where I asked God to move in my life, or I was struggling, or I was hurting, or I cried out, God. I mean, I got saved like 39 times in 2 summers at church camp. And then God would pull through, and I would act as if He didn't do anything. And there was a lack of gratitude. A lack of gratitude will allow pride to creep in your life, and then you will become your own God and not Jesus. No wonder we find ourselves struggling and suffering underneath the pressure of performance, underneath the pressure of sin, underneath the pressure of opinions and people, because we lack gratitude. If God pulls through in your life and you lack gratitude, then you're going to convince yourself that you got yourself out of that hole and Jesus did it. We're pulled out of a hole. You see, so often in society, we cry out to God to move in our life. That is a lack of gratitude. You know what the greatest form of gratitude is? Preaching the gospel. Why? That is the ultimate form of gratitude. And oftentimes, I remember for me personally, growing up, I mean, what does Philippians 4 say? Let's flip to Philippians 4. Gratitude is attached because gratitude aligns our heart posture with the Lord's. Gratitude keeps us centered, rounded, and rooted in the work of the cross. Gratitude will be your number one weapon against sin and temptation.